All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Come on in, congregation. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. We're going to be talking about um, it's politics. Um, but I think this goes deeper than that, um, than just politics. We have a lady. I'm trying to think. Yes, she is Representative Mesha Mainor of Georgia in District 56. Um, and this beautiful young black woman has recently defected from the Democratic Party to become a Republican now. And the thing about this is that this is what I want to say. Okay. The Democratic Party has a problem with diversity and being objective. I've watched this. I'm watching these politicians. Um, they're all like parrots, right? That learn from the same owner, the same words. And they don't change until the owner, the master changes, right? Whoever that is. And it's weird because they give themselves away so much so because like okay, let's just say um, a Democratic politician is in the House and they speaking in a committee and they come up with some catchphrase and the media automatically repeat whatever they said throughout that little committee meeting, and put their own little spins on it and piggyback off of it and elaborate on it, and it could be just complete nonsense. Any incident that happens, right, like with another party, like a third party or a Republican, right, um they all jump on it with the same sentiment, right, with the same sentiments, and they just do this over and over again with all aspects of life. Right? Nancy Pelosi say something, they all jump on it and elaborate on it. Right? One of them mess up, do something, they all dismiss it, deflect from it, hold no accountability, accountability for it. Right? Um, you know, they just go around doing this, helping each other fabricate, helping each other lie, helping each other deflect, helping each other do mischievous things behind closed doors, help each other cover up. And I'm thinking all the time, man, if they would put that much effort into actually doing what is right for their constituents, for the people of the United States of America, man, we would have an awesome country. But they only do this hard work and make this effort towards their agendas, towards their narratives. They never do this hard work actually for the people. It's only for their agendas and their narratives, the things that they want to make normal. They work hard with each other to do this. The secret agendas, the cover-ups, the deflections, the lack of accountability, right? They work together hand in hand to do these things. The corruption that they get themselves involved in. They cover each other's back well on this. But when it's the issues of the people, like on a local level, right? They go, listen, They help each other all the way down to city life and back up. Help each other all the way to the city, local, then back up. Top to bottom, bottom to top. Top to bottom, bottom to top. But it's only when it comes to what is evil, not what's good. They work like that when it comes to what is evil, not when it's good. And when it's good, they block it and shoot it down and stop it. They work hard to stop it. They work right in unison to stop anything that's going to benefit you. Anything that's going to do you good. But if it's something that's destructive, and something that hinders your livelihood, they work together again. And they work together against you. And then they work together to lie to you and make it seem like they're working for you. But they really are working in unison together to work against you. Politicians from the Democratic Party do it. People who are Democrats, right? That's in different fields do it. Democratic athletes do it. Democratic politicians do it. Democratic comedians do it. Democratic celebrities do it. Democratic workers, blue collar, Democratic white collars, Democrats in science, Democrats in medicine. They work together top to bottom, bottom to top against anything that ain't for what they for, and they make that effort to push their agenda. That's what I notice about them. There's no diversity, there's no equity, there's no equality, there's no inclusion. It's just their agenda, their agenda, their agenda, their agenda. That's it. So I commend this lady for choosing to leave the Democratic Party. Do I, commend her for becoming a Republican? No. There's some things I don't agree with the Republicans with. And the one thing that bothers me about Republicans is that they have an air of self-righteousness about them. They're right on almost all the issues, right? And they mean well, but it's an air of self-righteousness, and it's an air of privilege. Not to say it's inherent, right? And I'm not talking about what the progressives be talking about, none of that stupid stuff. No, it's there, but it's not there all the time like it's malicious. It's there because of the work they put in, and they know that it's possible, right, for you to be able to do A, B, and C and reach D, E, F, and so on and so on, right? And because of that, because they got sense enough to know that you could do this, right, it gives them a certain air of privilege. I mean, Candace always got it. Charlie from Turning Point, Shapiro, all of them have it. All of them have this self-righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And listen, they come by it because of the intellect that they have, the intelligence that they have. So I don't knock them for the intelligence. I just knock them for the way they come at it. It's an air of arrogance that's not even needed. And also, you know what I'm saying? The things that they call themselves getting involved in, they get involved in grooming people to be, to have the same intellect, right? And the same intelligence, right? They knock the low crime rate areas. I mean, high crime, excuse me. High crime rate areas, they knock these black communities and they give all these statistics out. But Candace Owens is not going in anybody's neighborhood with any ideals on a local level where I'm not talking about any politics where she's got to go do legislation or lobby for anything. But Candace Owens is not going somewhere like, in Chicago and say, listen, let's build a little center here. And let's raise the anybody who's wants to come. Let's get 100 kids out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And get them. And let's build this in a nice area. Let's build the facility. Let me just show you an example of what I'm talking about. Candace Owens not doing it. Shapiro's not doing it, and Charlie from Turning Point is not doing this. Right? Let's say they go to Chicago, find a nice empty factory where they can give bed, lodging, food, and an education to, let's say, just 100 kids in Chicago, right? And then, go talk to their families and see where they can help with the dysfunctionality of certain homes, right? To kind of, and look, it's work, it's hard work, right? And if I had the funding, I would start doing it because that's where you got to go. It's got to be more than talk. Right, but let's just say they took 100 kids, gave them good educations, like a charter program almost, but just be willing to just snatch up 100 kids, and then have other people commit to 10 or 20 or 30 kids, right, and you train them up, and you show them the way to go, and give them the core curriculum they need to be educated so that they can gain more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from what you teach them. But she ain't doing that. You know what she's doing? She's going to college after college, event after event, most paid events, colleges, arguing and debating and riling people up. That's it. And it's not going to go nowhere. And the same thing with her YouTube. She always talking on her, high horse. She seen a few times where Cardi B ain't even asking for that smoke no more, but she's still picking with Cardi B. Picking out, what is that going to do? Why don't you take the girls that are being influenced by Cardi B's music and take them and get them lodging like an old factory? They got them, they all over America. Old factories, old schools. Take them, renew them, you know what I'm saying? And put computers in there, put lodging in there so that they can get away from these neighborhoods, right? And then you educate them, you feed them, you bring people that are like-minded like you. It ain't got to be you specifically all the time, every day, but you could hire people and think about that. That actually would give them income. And you can find parents in these neighborhoods that are educated or willing to work hard but need a better job and hire them to do it. Same way, you know what I'm saying, with it's just people be talking, you know what I'm saying, but that's all she's doing is debating. She's a debater. That's it. But she ain't finna get nothing done. So why would you knock people? Why are you knocking people in these areas? Why are you even talking about it? You telling politicians they need to have solutions, but you the one talking about it. You got all the numbers, but you ain't doing nothing about it. Numbers are nothing but numbers until you put them together for solutions. Every mathematical statistical problem has a solution. This ain't just up to government politicians who you bashing or other people who you bashing. You bashing Cardi B, but the girls that's influenced by Cardi B will go out there and reach out to them. Cardi B has probably took girls up under her wings and then took them out of poverty. You ain't did that. I'm not talking about them girls that's already A students at some place called Grace View or something like that that you talk to and go have be a motivational speaker at. I'm not talking about them girls. I'm talking about the ones that you're talking about going to abortion clinics that you say are part of that statistics, or the girls that listen to Cardi B, listen to Lotto, even young men. Same way with Charlie. Charlie, you ain't went to one black young man and ever tried to say, hey, young man, listen, I've been debating about the statistics that you're in. Just put the gun down and come with me, man. I'll get you 5 nice suits. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you a computer, a laptop. I just want you to be my intern for a while. And at the end of the year, if you stick with me, I'll I'll give you some money to help you go to college and keep on furthering your life. Or you ain't doing none of that. You ain't doing none of that. None of that. You're not doing that. Y'all not doing that. Y'all talking to the brightest and already the smartest. And you know what you're doing? You're already talking to the brightest and the smartest, the ones who already got a future ahead of them. That's who y'all talking to. But y'all doing the same thing preachers do with people who've been going to the church for 15 or 20 years. Y'all talking to the healed. A physician, a healed person has no need of a physician. That's what the Bible teaches. And that right there is the reason why I ain't, really into I ain't trying to hear nothing no party got to talk about. Like I told you before, I'm a theocratic. I don't have time for that, because I know neither one of them is really doing what they're gonna do to get change, to go forward, to up the value in the communities. She black. Candace Owens is black. She ain't did nothing to up the value in any community, not even her own community. I don't even know where she's from. Next time I find out where she's from, I'll be able to tell you where she's from. But I can guarantee you she ain't went back and did nothing in that community. I can guarantee you that. Not nothing of significance. And definitely the low income areas around the neighborhood, she ain't did nothing. Nothing. There's not a girl that can tell you Candace Owens actually changed my life because I was down here in a dysfunctional family and she did this, and that. No, Candace Owens is talking to smart kids who are behaving in school, who probably got a good, dedicated parent or parents. She's talking to the best and the brightest, the cream of the crop. She ain't talking to the ones she keep debating statistics about. Statistically, the gun violence, this and this and that. No, she ain't doing that. She ain't talking to, wayward kids, and doing something. Not just talking to them, but doing something. Bible says, Jesus said, the least you done for these, you have done for me. The least you have done for these, you have done for me. Even a cup of water. And Charlie Shapiro, I think his name is Ben Shapiro. None of them have done that. None. I know they ain't. Because I would see the change in Detroit. I would see the change in Chicago. These are places that I bet you they done debated before. Ain't no change happened because of them debates. Because they was talking to people with some kind of future for themselves and some kind of hope for themselves and a different type of mentality and intellect where they was already headed in the right direction, right? Some of them, are progressives and stuff. So, and that's why you make that debate, hoping that you change their minds. But why? They're not going to go into their communities and make a difference. Most of the times, it's almost a fight finna erupt out of there. So why are you spending all your time doing that? But you knocking people, you know what I'm saying, like Cardi B, who be willing to go do a turkey drive, bikes, book bags, go out there and really touch people and reach people and just give them some love. The Bible says, love thy neighbor, not educate thy neighbor to death or debate thy neighbor. It says, love your neighbor as yourself. If you're educated, yes, you would desire your, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have conversations that will be educational for your neighbor, right? But that's not what I mean. The Bible is saying, love your neighbor. Love your neighbor, not debate your neighbor. Love your neighbor. And that's why I'm not into no parties. And that's why Candace Owens to me is no better, or, you know, she ain't doing nothing no more than AOC or any of the Democrats or progressives. None of the Republicans who are not really doing nothing in their communities, in their respective communities. You're not doing anything. Debating is not doing anything. If you just would go love your neighbor. Yeah. And all it's doing is bringing heat on you. And eventually they're going to shut down debating period anyway. You almost can't go to a college or an event without something, you know, happening bad. Because nobody wants to debate no more, because people are struggling. People are starving. People are hungry. People are uneducated and dysfunctional, and they're hurting because of it. And they just want to be loved on. And they want to be loved on, and then they want a hand up, like y'all always saying. You're giving them a hand up or a leg up. Well, that's what they want. And some people, you have to go out there, really get down there in these communities and roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty. And you know what? If you want to ask me, I haven't done a lot, but I have done some things in my community to help my community. I have done some things. So I got skin in the game. So Candace Owens, if you see this video and you try to question me or try to down talk me or try to, you know, up educate me, you know what I'm saying? You know how you do. You like to shut people down and dismiss people a lot. That's one thing about you. And you always say it's because of this and this and that, and that's why you're dismissing it and stuff like that. But this ain't nothing you can dismiss. This ain't nothing you can dismiss. Because I'm just, you know, you can say, you know what I'm saying, what you want to rebuttal it, but it won't excuse it. You need to get out here and stop debating so much and actually put some stuff in. And not with just the brightest and the smartest. And not just a little bit few here that you can point out and say, oh, well, this person right here, they didn't have their parents didn't have a lot, because it's parents too. We don't reach out to the parents enough. We always trying to do stuff with people's kids. We need to start reaching out to people, period. The whole community. The whole community needs to talk to. We need to be going to these city hall meetings, shaking hands with people and just talking and find out people got some great ideas. Business ideas, a lot of just social ideas, just ideas, public safety ideas, just all kinds of ideas are out there outside of debating and trying to be sitting in front of a desk trying to dissect and down and knock somebody's ideology or agenda. If your agenda was to really get out here with people and really let people know this is why you think like this in a physical way, man, y'all would do way more work. The whoever these people y'all keep debating with, all these Democrats and progressive people and all this, you know, these things you argue with over politics and stuff like that, y'all quit debating and really get out here, man, y'all would shut them down. You know, y'all would shut them down. But anyway, I commend Mesha Mainor for her decision to get out of that. It was the politics. I'm reading things she had issues with the politics the policies. These people's policies is madness. It's wicked. It's evil on both the Democratic and Republican side. It's just madness. It's just madness. It's evil. It's wickedness. It's fleshly. It's earthly. And a lot of times some of it is demonic. Right? It's just people deceiving and being deceived. And I'm glad that she got out of the Democratic Party, because, listen, when it comes to one thing I agree about with Candace Owens, Yes, this party is very wicked. It's a lot of people in this party that's wicked, right? And the policies that they stand on as a whole, right? The policies, the laws, and legislations that they try to put into law, and the politics that they politic by as a whole, the Democratic Party as a whole, the things that they come together with and work together on, right? A lot of these agendas are wicked. They're evil. Transgender affirmation, the New Green Deal, um, the soft on crime, the funding the police, all of that stuff is bad. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I agree with it there. But I don't want to spend a lot of time debating with people on it. I'd rather just get out here and find out, you know what I'm saying, like I should be doing is, and I say should be, find out what my local police, you know what I'm saying, where can they do this on a local level, like within their department, right? Things that they can do to better the community. Things that you don't need legislation for. Things that you don't need, you know what I'm saying, a senator or a congressperson for. Things you don't need the Biden administration or any kind of presidential administration to do anything on. You can do it from a local level, right? You, your mayor, your attorney general, you know, your district attorney, your and the police commissioner, right? Public safety. That can all be handled right there. See what I'm saying? On a local level. Other things, social things, local level. Economical, local level. All these things can be handled on a local level. And we just come together and start talking to each other instead of just debating and getting ourselves trapped or either maliciously or willfully involved in so much debauchery and lasciviousness, and we just let our flesh just rule over us and just rule the day every day for us. And we need to stop. We need to stop. But like I said, Representative Mesha Mainor quit, defected, left the Democratic Party. I'm happy to hear it. I hope that she don't just get into the Republican Party and just, you know, just to be in the Republican Party. I hope that she find ways to get the job done. She becomes one of those people that's willing and able to get the job done. Not just switch parties because she's at odds with the Democratic Party and now she, you know, chooses the Republican Party. One thing though is important though is her becoming a Republican has changed the House, right? So they have a larger margin, right, over the Democratic Party. Let's hope that works out. Let's hope she gets reelected. She's in District 56. They say that this is a ultra Democratic party in Atlanta. And so let's hope that she makes an impact and that she's ready to roll up her sleeves and just get the job done. I don't care about a party, but I do commend her for leaving the Democratic Party as a whole. People are their agenda is they are not for the right things, and it's showing where their leaders are at, like right governors. Wherever they're governors, Democratic mayors, these cities and these states are like out of control with crime. And also with other things that they got going on that's just wicked. School systems, man, the proficiency levels are so low in so many of these cities ran by Democrats. Reading and math, all-time lows. So, anyway, that being said, listen, ain't too much more. Listen, this Senator representative. She's a representative, Representative Mesha, Mainor of District 56 in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's now a Republican. Okay, so um, maybe that's a good thing. Time will tell. Um, what else can I say, y'all? This is Street Church. I'm gonna let the congregation out. God bless.